Okay, great. Okay, so actually, I should pause that for a second. Hold on a minute. I need to show you what I'm looking at. Okay, so what you can see obviously on the screen is an overhead shot of Maui. And let me go just kind of to the beginning of what Geophidia is. Geophidia is a patented technology that has 10 patents surrounding it. And what it does is it starts with a location first. And so what it's able to do, are you guys familiar with what a geofence is?
I've heard of it, but I'm not super familiar with it.
Okay, so what it does is it allows you to draw a virtual map on the screen and then be able to find all of the social media that occurs from within that spot. So this is going to absolutely blow you away when you see this. But what we're able to do is actually track all the public posts that occur from within a spot that we're looking for. So obviously for Blue Hawaiian, your customer is anyone on Maui or anyone on all the islands for that matter, because you're on all four, right?
Right.
So it would be for any you're looking for people that are going to take a helicopter tour, tourists, or whatever it might be. So I think for the purposes of this example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in on Kanapali because that's probably a pretty good spot. So as you can see, and I don't know if there's any lag time on your computer here, but I'm able to zoom in on the Kanapali hotel area. Are you able to see what I'm looking at here?
Oh yeah, we can. It's moving fast right along with you.
Okay, great. So I can either draw a circle like this. Are you able to see that circle?
Yep.
Whoops, that just zoomed in quick. Sorry. Let me zoom back out. So I can either draw a circle and I can expand or contract it like this. Um, or I'm able to draw a, why does it keep zooming like that? Or I'm able to draw a polygon shape. So like right here, this is the Hyatt down here and the Sheraton. Sorry, the Sheraton's up here. The Hyatt, the Marriott, Kaanapali Ali'i, Westin. So I think what I'll do is I'll take this polygon shape and I'll draw a virtual fence. So as you can see here, I'm drawing basically a fence um, around the main hotels on Kaanapali Beach. And so as you can see, you can pretty much draw any kind of shape that you'd like. And when I click on this button here in the center, here's what's really going to blow you away. All of the social media posts that occurred from within that spot that are publicly posted have now come up. And on the top left side of the screen, you'll see it tries to on the default search, it tries to equally across the board come up with 100 Twitter, 100 Instagram, 100 Facebook, 100 YouTube, 100 Flickr, 100 Picasa, and then there's a couple of smaller sites. There's one called Vidya and there's a small one called Yik Yak. And so what it does is, as you can see here, and I can zoom in if I wanted to, I'd be able to see where these specific posts have occurred from. And the really cool thing is in the top center of the screen, do you see where it says the collage button?
Yes.
Okay, ladies, you ready for this? When I click on the collage button, I now have a collage of all of those social media posts that have occurred from within that spot. Okay, so
Wow.
I now have an ability to track and see who is publicly posting using that social media, and I can also see the video. So, like for example, here's someone who posted a video on the middle right of the screen here.
Wow.
And so for the first time ever, you're actually able to see who's on the island, who's doing what, and be able to specifically track that person. I'd actually found, I was looking over here before. I mean, there's a million different ways that you can look at this, but you can now start to track people that you can see are on vacation. And for the first time ever, you know who they are and what they're doing. And that's just a really powerful tool. And so, for example, these people, they clearly look like they're on vacation. I can actually specifically click on their post and it'll just take a second for it to load up. And I can, so they're at Black Rock sitting on the beach. Um, I now have an ability to know her name is Hera Stavro. She's a licensed medical esthetician. She's from Chicago. I know everything about her. I also can. So, what we could do if we wanted to is we could specifically get a message out to her. I could go back to this picture, and by clicking on this picture, I'm able to respond if I wanted to. If I wanted to leave a comment and say, "Welcome, aloha to Maui. Would love to give you, a 2-for-1 special gift from Blue Hawaiian Helicopters. Click here on and or whatever your specific message would be. And the interesting thing is, on top of that, not only are you able to get a message out to them specifically, but I also have all the people that are liking that post, and so you're actually virally distributing the name of Blue Hawaiian Helicopters out to those people. And so, what an amazing way to geo-target and specifically target people in Maui or wherever it is. Like I said, it could, it doesn't. We can go to anywhere in the world. Clearly, this girl's on vacation. Just about everyone you're going to find here is on vacation. I mean, obviously, you're going to have some locals who aren't going to want to do it, but you have an ability now to find people and see what they're doing. There's also some, and it really gets. This person did something in their own bathroom, which I don't need to see.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Right.
so here's a couple. They're on a birthday trip to Maui. This is the perfect couple. If we were to click on this is the perfect couple that I would think. I mean, you know your customer a heck of a lot better than I do. Her name is Sophia Paul, by the way. This is her husband. It's her 25th birthday. If I'm you, I click on this picture and I leave a comment saying, happy birthday, as a special birthday gift, we would love to give you, and whatever the offer would specifically be. And oh, by the way, look at the 125 other people that are going to see that you just offered, a really great opportunity for these two to do a Blue Hawaiian helicopter tour. I also know that they're staying at the Maui. Well, they're probably staying at the Westin Maui, not definitively, but it's where they post. That's where they actually posted from. And when I go back to that feed, let me go back to this picture just for a second again. You can also see specifically where they posted this from. So here's a bird's eye view, but if I zoom in, they posted right from the pool at the Westin. So as you can see, I see that right here. So there's a couple other really interesting things that I'd like to show you. This is an unbelievable marketing tool that's never been available before. As I'm sure you're starting to, your mind is starting to race. But if I click on this button here at the top, which says CSV download on the top right hand corner, when I click that button and I hit the download button, what you'll see is the following. It'll take just a few seconds for it to aggregate the data, but in the top right of the screen, it just created this. And when I click on this, what you'll see is the following. This is now an Excel spreadsheet of everything that you saw, in that collage format. Everything that you see here. So the first post was, if you jump, I jump BlackRock. When I go up here, it's in line 8. If you jump, I jump BlackRock. So you have now, everything that was here, you now have saved in this Excel spreadsheet. So under this Excel spreadsheet, under column C, you have the source of where that post came from, whether it's Instagram or Twitter or whatever it might be. Under columns D and E, you have the XY coordinates, specifically exactly where they posted from. Not that you would really need that, but it does exist. Under column G, and I'll expand it out, this is the actual URL of where they posted from. So if I were to go here on the right-hand side and wanted to look for, on a beach in Maui, if I were to actually copy and paste this and go to a new browser page, and I hit paste on it, you would actually then be able to see that specific post. So from this Excel spreadsheet, again, this is all public data. If you wanted to on your computer, you could type in Instagram.com and then this specific URL, and you too would be able to see this post on the beach in Hawaii. The only difference is you would have no idea what that URL is, because there's no capacity for you to know who's there. Well, we now know who's there. And so under column G, we have the actual URL of where that post came from. Under column I, right here, you can see actually the name of the person. So this person, Dreamy, this is actually an interesting one. I saw this. Dreamy Travels is actually trying to sell, it looks like Marriott timeshare all over the place. But you can see the names of the people. And then the author's URL is in column J. So again, for example, if you wanted to, if you typed in on your computer right here, Instagram.com/FlissMiss, you would be able to see the same thing that we're seeing, which is this. FlissMiss posted this picture today. Hawaii, this is what I came for. That's actually right here under at the column O, where you can see it says Hawaii, this is what I came for. I know that Fliss Miss, if we were to actually go figure her out, if we wanted to, we could reply, and she's probably gonna. You could get her on a tour. She's sitting out there on vacation, wanting to just have drinks and sit in the sun. Perfect candidate for it. Um, and because I understand, I really do understand the Maui marketplace. As I told you, I was a producer there for 3 years. I produced the show Tony and Tina's Wedding at the Hyatt Maui. If I had had the capacity at that time to specifically geo target a customer like this, I would have done an unbelievable job, not only in sales, but in my group sales, because we could find people that are on their honeymoons. We could do groups with this thing. It's a really amazing opportunity to show, what who exists there and be able to go after them. I'll show you a couple other interesting
Right.
features, which is we can go back in time. On the left hand side, I can go all the way back to January. And so if we wanted to do sometime in August or whatever, August 15th to, August 19th, for example, or maybe a little more of August 31st. If we wanted to, we could go back in time and find people that were from within that exact same map, which was here, but it's re-aggregated the data now. So these are all people that were there during that time. And so we could actually go back and track and say the next time you come back to Maui, we'd like to give you, whatever it might be. I'm not sure that that would necessarily apply too much to how you guys work, but think about a timeshare company, for example, who would be able to offer, someone who was staying in Maui, come back within a year and do a 3-day, 2-night stay with us or that kind of a thing. But as you can see,
Right.
you're able to go back in time and do that. There's also keyword filters on the left hand side. So the top keywords within this collection here happen to be Maui, Hawaii, surf set, HFW, whatever that is, beautiful out. So if you were to type in a keyword that would trigger something, like let's say your keyword were honeymoon. Every time someone from within your map, so you draw this map here, every time someone from within that map typed in the word honeymoon, you could get an immediate alert, an email sent to you that, oh, someone's here on their honeymoon, perfect. And you could, within moments, send an email response, or not an email, but send a social media response back to them saying, you know, aloha and congratulations on your nuptials here at Blue Hawaiian. We love to take care of all people on their honeymoon, blah, whatever the offer would be, that kind of a thing. So the power of being able to find keywords is really amazing as well. And then one last thing I just wanted to show you is there's this button on the top right side of the screen which says stream this location. One of the things that we can do, the streamer allows up to 5 streams on a screen. So for example, stream number 1 is Kanapali. So this was the map I just drew a moment ago. And I could change this so we just say, Kanapali Beach. Okay, so when I hit apply. So then in real time, as posts are occurring from within that spot, I don't know what's going on. Someone's posting pictures of like football cards. Um, 26 minutes ago, Beverly Chambers Francis posted, ride was 29 miles, then a swim in the pool and a swim in giant waves in the ocean. I mean, you can actually go through and see this. But we can also add a stream because you guys are based on, obviously, on all 4 islands. We could just zoom out here. I mean, I could type it in, but it's just as easy to just go like this. So if we wanted to, we could go right onto Waikiki Beach. Let's see here, over here. Let me just zoom in. Yeah, this is Waikiki right in there. And we can draw. Would that be a good place? Fort Diversity, a little bit further down. Oh no, wait, Diamond Head. Where am I? Yeah, that would be a good spot, like right here. So if we wanted to, we can actually apply that right there. So we can say Waikiki. So if we wanted to, we could track, Waikiki Beach. So here's all these people on Waikiki Beach. This was the most recently was posted 1 minute ago. So you can see how quick the timing is on it. And if we wanted to, we could see a map of it so we see where it is. And then we could add another stream. So this could be, Kauai, Hawaii. So if we wanted to, we can go to Kauai. And if we wanted to hit the, where's Poipu's right over here. So if we wanted to hit Poipu Beach and we specifically wanted to target the area around where the Hyatt is, I guess, we could go in here. So here's the Hyatt. We leave that there. Click the apply button. It'll now connect that stream. So what you can now do is you can take these streams, and we can just call this Hyatt Poipu area. And on your computer now, watch all of these streams happen in real time. So anytime somebody posts, you can just leave this up on your computer. So anytime someone posts something new from within these spots, you would be able to see it. And in the meantime, you could also scroll down and see all of the information that they've posted from there as well. Obviously, someone like this, last breakfast in Kauai, Vans on vacation in Paradise Beach, this person's probably leaving. So that's the kind of person that you probably wouldn't target. But here, Good Morning Loves, they got 2 lazy teenage girls or something like that. You're gonna send them an offer for a whole family. You're gonna so everyone is specifically different, depends upon what it is that you're able to see, but you're able to for the first time see what people are doing, and the people that are specifically on vacation or specifically doing tours. I actually just had an idea. I want to go back to Maui. I'm curious about something. I just thought about this. If we were to go to Maui and circle off the area between Lanai and this probably makes more sense during whale season. So this is the ocean between Lanai and Lahaina. So if we were to click on that, anyone who posts from there is probably doing it from a whale watch tour or like some kind of trilogy excursion, something like that. So now what you're actually doing is now you're finding people that are posting from within that spot that are doing are doing tours because. Anyway, so I think you kind of get the idea. So whatever you want to do, and you can let it just sit here and let it populate itself. And as I said before, like this one was just posted 2 minutes ago. So anyone in these 4 areas that posts will in some type of a public forum on these things it'll come up immediately.
Wow. I'm blown away.
I told you.
I'm like, how long has this technology been? I mean, how long has Geopedia been around?
It's been around for a couple of years now. And candidly, I'm very close with the senior vice president of the company. He called me a few months ago and he said, Jeff, my background, as I told you, is I'm a former producer and entertainment guy. And they came to me and said, so many people in Las Vegas, why don't you start putting together some deals in Vegas? And they brought me on board as a consultant. And I became enamored with the technology so quickly because obviously you can see the power of it. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, not only do I want to do Vegas, I want to do the whole world. And there's so many people I could go to with this thing and so many opportunities. And like I said, I lived in Maui for a long time. I really understand the islands and the islands well. And I said, let me take this thing and be able to really expand it out. They've primarily spent the majority of their focus in the last year and a half in security and private security. The Chicago Police Department uses this. The FBI uses this. The Department of Defense uses this. The Honolulu Police Department, multiple police departments around the country are using it. We've solved crimes off of this thing, and Bill Gates is now using this for his own private security. There was, I'll actually show you this picture. I don't know if you can see this. Let's see here, under Geopedia, there's a presentation. Let's see here. I want to show you this picture here. So we did a lens around the Mall of America. So here's in front of Bill Gates' house. I don't know if you could see this. There was someone who was posting that he was stalking Bill right outside of his house. All we did is we just fenced off his house, and anytime someone posts from without we were able to track this guy down immediately and found exactly where he lived and were able to nab the guy. So from a corporate security standpoint, it's pretty incredible. So we were able to find that for him and take care of that. But they came to me for marketing, and I see an amazing opportunity to work with tour companies in Hawaii, and that's why I reached out to you.
That's awesome. Yeah, you met David Griffin at the IMAX, right?
I did.
Yeah, he's the one that sent it off to me and told me to check it out. And Yeah, this is really fascinating stuff. I mean, I could, it's like you said, we could, if somebody's on a birthday, we could just say, hey, welcome to Maui. We can offer a free t-shirt with your ride, if you book a flight with us, or a special discount or something like that in regards to getting, customers that way.
Oh, you could do it in so many ways. You could, again, it's really just limited to how creative you can be. Like, I'm going to zoom in on the airport. We could actually find people as they land, which is pretty cool. Here's the airport right
Wow.
here. So if
Right.
if I were again, it's is how creative can you be? If we were to fence off now, obviously you're going to get people that are going to say leaving Maui and they're all bummed. You're also going to find people that are going to that are going to say so excited to have just landed in Maui. Obviously, the people that are leaving, you don't need to talk to. Maybe you can, because maybe they're going to one of the other islands. But here,
Right.
you know,
Wow.
this, like for example, this person until next time, Maui, Aloha State 808. Probably not the right guy. This guy's by Maui till next time. But then you're gonna find all the people that just landed. You
Mm-hmm.
can also, if you really wanted to get creative, we could go to like LAX airport, fence off LAX, and type in every time like every time someone typed in the word Maui or Hawaii, it would send us an email, and we know they're on their way. When they land, they'd have something that would
Right.
come up. I mean, again, it's how creative do you want to be?
Right. Yeah, for sure. I mean, sky's the limit.
It really is.
Yeah, that's really amazing stuff. Yeah, I'm super impressed. This kind of technology just kind of, if you have something like this, in your company, it just, you, you have a leading edge on your customer base and your reach. I know for me, I do a lot of social media stuff, and I was tweeting about the Hyatt over on Kauai, and I mean, somebody right away, within just a few minutes of my tweet, tweeted me and said, welcome to the Hyatt. If you have any questions, we're here to help you. And it's like they found me like right away, and I was super impressed that they reached out as fast as they did.
Yeah.
So it does. There's that part that it just makes you really feel extra special because people are watching. They're watching for you, and they're welcoming you in. So
Absolutely.
I know the value of that personally because I've experienced it.
I clicked on this person before she was in Maui, so this was posted November 8th, just a couple of days ago. So like if she had posted, because she wrote best honeymoon ever. Okay, this girl, she's on her honeymoon. She's at the Hyatt. She's a sports fan, so that doesn't really mean much for you. But we could actually, you would be able to target her. Her name is Bree. She's a personal style. We know everything about her in one click. She went to Wailea.
Right.
She went to the Grand Wailea here. She went to a luau, so she's obviously doing tours. So it looks like that's the Hyatt luau, right? Is that the Hyatt? Yeah, that's the Hyatt. Best luau ever. By the way, Burnett Blair, who wrote Best Luau Ever, when we click on them, we actually, if we were to follow her, we'd be able to say, you're right, it is a great luau. By the way, the next time you come to Maui, we would love to take care of you at Blue Hawaiian. So you actually go viral with it. It's just endless.
Wow. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. That is really amazing. It's just, yeah. It's right instantaneous. It's like, yeah, that is really amazing.
Yeah.
And just being able to see all the different islands at one time, and we could, graph mark out every airport in the state, people coming in and out of here, and reaching out to those people as they arrive.
Correct.
Or if they're going to another island, or it's, yeah, it's a really unbelievable tool. I mean, I am floored.
It is the
So
most
what
powerful
do
marketing tool you could have, I believe.
I've never seen anything like this, hands down. I've never seen anything like this.
You know, like when I was
I think
producing,
this is
I'm sorry, go
a
ahead.
tool. Go ahead.
Well, when I was producing, if I was still producing Tony and Tina's wedding in Las Vegas, I would have fenced off every single wedding chapel here, right? And every time somebody got married, I would get an email. I'd fire off a response to their post saying, you know, congratulations on your nuptials from Tony and Tina, and you know, we'd like to offer you a free bottle of champagne and a free VIP table to congratulate you on your wedding, because I know that they're going to show up with 20 or 30 people right behind them that are in their wedding party. I would have done millions of dollars a year in group sales off of this. Millions. I just happened to get out last year. Had I known about this, I wouldn't have gotten out.
Wow.
You could do the same. You could do the same thing um, for Blue Hawaiian. You know, anytime you see a honeymoon or a wedding that's happening, for that matter, like on the beach in Wailea, for example, when they get married, you could say, you know, would love to offer, you know, the bride's free, bride and groom are free, and you know, with a minimum party of 4 or something like that. And that way, you know, you're going to get a big party show up with them.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Well, I definitely want to pass this on to Patty for her to see it for sure, because this is huge. I've never seen, like I said, I've never seen anything like this. I mean, I'm floored.
And here's the beautiful thing.
It's an incredible marketing tool.
The beautiful thing also is you're the first person in Maui that would have it.
That's really great. We would definitely have the leading edge on the market for sure.
You would kill the market with this thing. The market would say, "How did you know?"
Yeah. Right. Yes.
Do you have a large customer base?
Yeah, like I said, I just got going on the marketing side of it, but we have huge divisions, police departments, security firms. I've gotten some of the casinos going now here in Vegas. Restaurants are using this now.
What about helicopter companies in Vegas?
I have not taken it to any helicopter companies in Vegas. Are you guys based here? Do you have a division here too?
No, but we do know a couple competitors that are.
Well, we can offer a exclusive helicopter package if you want.
I'm gonna write that down.
I mean, I know there's a lot of Grand Canyon stuff, and I mean, you know, we can do that. It's
Right.
I just haven't gotten around to it. I really just believe that there's so many opportunities in Hawaii and Vegas. Those are the two places I've started to focus on. Although I was in Houston a couple of weeks ago and made a couple of huge opportunity deals there, and seemingly everywhere we go, we're talking to the Department of Education for public school systems, for security and surveillance. So it's not just marketing, but obviously you can see the tremendous power of being able to use it for marketing.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, it is amazing, the tool. I'm super excited. I'm gonna get the information to Patty, and just send me the recorded version of this, and then I'll forward it to her, and then she may want to sit down with you, you know, over a phone again, and just kind of talk to you some more. And but I mean, I love what I'm seeing. I mean, this is sky's the limit, you know, and I love social media. This is what I do for them, and for me to be able to communicate with people this way and bring it to a whole different level without me trying to really search them out, because it takes a long time to search them out. But if I have a tool that will bring me to them right away, you know, within a minute, I mean, that's just, you just can't, there's nothing that compares to that. I
Yep.
mean, it's time management and everything. It's huge.
It's
You know,
huge, and I appreciate that you noticed that. One other thing I'll mention to you is through Geophedia, I've set up a separate database marketing and data mining company. So, for example, if you didn't want to go through it and you wanted my company to handle, you give me the criteria. Okay, Jeff, anyone who looks like they're going to go on a helicopter tour, that's who we want. I mean, some people have very specific criteria, but we can go through, we can data mine all of this, and we can go through these spreadsheets that look like this, which become extremely laborious, and people don't have the time to departments dedicated to this kind of thing. For a separate fee, what we could do is we could go through, if you were interested in it, and say, just get us people, or the criteria is anyone over, whatever it would be. We could go ahead and arrange that as well.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, that's really something.
Hey Jeff, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Were you able to show David Griffin this at all when he was there?
No.
Okay, so I just wanted to know. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll make sure that they get the information, as soon as you send me the link to it, and they can sit down and watch it. But I'll make sure the owners get it and they look at it, and then I think it's an incredible tool. I mean, there's so much you could do with it. We have a lot of conferences that come here. We could, target a hotel where we know there's a conference going on, and be able to reach out to people that way too.
Absolutely. And you can even specifically target when you know that they're having, their first night welcome party. We could actually target, like, I know they're building the Hyatt timeshare on that old corporate area, but like those kinds of places are on the grass area in front of the Grand Wailea, stuff like that. We could actually find them pretty quickly, and then know that they just got there today. They're here for the next 6-7 days, and be able to target that. I actually, just as I was just talking to you, I don't know if you noticed this right here. This person wrote, "We have landed in Hawaii." So that's also the kind of thing that I was talking about before, which is as they land in Hawaii, being able to call up their specific post.
Mhm.
So
Right.
landed.
Yeah, and it's just like, yeah, and look, there's 14 other people that liked it. So you make a comment on that feed, everybody's gonna see it.
Right.
Yeah, that is really, really, really cool. Yeah, that's very, very cool. Well, I'm not going to keep you much longer. I know your schedule's probably tight, but I really, really appreciate your time and showing this and everything to us. And I look forward to getting your email, and I'll send the information over to Patty and Dave and them to take a look at this webinar, and hopefully we will be in touch with you really soon.
It sounds great. I really appreciate it. Hopefully this recording worked right.
Okay. I hope it did